Mhm. Hey, everybody, guess what day it is?
What day is it?
It is Halo Flashpoint Day. Oh, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Long time coming. Feels like a long time.
Yep.
Honestly, it hasn't been that long, but this is what happens when you get to kind of get a sneaky peek and get to play things when you go to a convention, because then you got the bug, but then you have to wait for it.
Right.
So that's okay. The waiting is over.
It is. So Dawn demoed this at Adepticon, and we have a video out there. So if you check our page, you will see the demo from Adepticon. It's pretty popular.
So fun.
So fun. And right there, we ordered the Spartan Edition. There's the Spartan Edition and there's the Recon Edition. The Recon Edition's like $70 US, and this is $120 US based on exchange rates. I just found out there's an even better version with everything. It's like 180 pounds, which is about $220 ish. So yeah. So here we are. We're going to see what's in this box and tell you the difference of it. This game is based on Mantic's Dead Zone.
Yes.
Okay. So if you've ever played Dead Zone, you'll be very familiar with the grid-based box system here.
And if you like Dead Zone, you're automatically going to love this because
so one of the big things out of the off the beginning is a lot of people commented they didn't like the idea of a red versus blue.
Yep.
Spartans against Spartans. You got to remember they can only go by what Xbox and Studio 343 tells them to do. But in here, there are 4 Banished Elite models, so you can play against them, and there will be more waves coming out. Yep. Wave 2 has just been released for order, and there's also a special mini in this box that's not in the Recon box, and we'll show you that soon.
All right, so first off, let's have a look here. Really nice, big, sturdy box. Oh, yeah, I gotta love that. The art is fabulous. Looking pretty crooked, but that's okay. And again, this is everything that you need in the box to get going in a game and have it look pretty awesome. Got cardboard terrain in here, which is, we basically played with the whole set at that demo game. And super easy to step off and get into this. For people that already play miniature games and know how they work, and you can have a great time with this. And it's, I think, a perfect jump off place for somebody who maybe has never had a chance to play miniatures game, because it is really easy to get into and the action happens right away. Yep. There's none of the downtime to kind of maneuver and to get into position, like you're hitting people in the face right out of the gates on this, which is super fun.
Yep. And the nice thing about this is you will see that all the minis are one-piece minis. You
yes.
Put them together.
Yeah. So and it's funny because I think we were a little surprised when we had a peek initially, and I just think we missed talking about that. Honestly, I think I was so excited about getting to play the game when we were at the convention that we didn't talk about that part. So that was a really pleasant surprise, and the minis look great.
They do.
So,
well,
let's have a peek. Switch me to the overhead. All right, so in we go. Again, we are missing epic music of some kind.
Right.
All right. Out of the gates, advertisement for Kings of War and Dead Zone. Again, as we mentioned, this game is a kind of a reskin of the Dead Zone mechanic. So pretty awesome. Rulebook. I love the fact that this is not a rule, right? It is just a little paperback guy, but it is very clear, is very easy to work with. Really nice color pictures in it. It does a great job of getting you into the game, getting things set up without making it seem overly complicated.
Right.
I did see in here, they have a real nice explanation of what all of the keywords are. They're easy to find, which I appreciate, because sometimes that can be the hardest part when you get going, is like, I know I read that word in one place somewhere, and you can't figure out where that one place is. And then in the very back here, they get you into playing your first game and talk through the basic scenario for you to get in. And then they give you a couple different options for capture the flag, oddball, stockpile, strongholds. Yeah. So love that. Nice and clear. No one will have any trouble with it. As we mentioned, it does come with some cardboard terrain. So you have your boards for the game board itself, but then it has cardboard terrain and it has pretty simple instructions to put together for that. Although I keep saying cardboard terrain, is it plastic terrain?
No.
No.
It's
Okay. I had it right
cardstock.
the first time. All right. Mats. So it looks like we've got one paper.
This is the mat that comes in the Recon edition.
Oh, okay. So do we have different components?
Yes. This, if you look on this side, so this is like the outpost board, they call it. So everything you can see, I don't know if it picks up a camera. Yeah, you can barely see it, but there's a grid system here.
Yeah.
So you play off a box. So it's pretty simple. It's line of sight and everything goes by based on the box. And then on the other side is it literally a learn how to play.
Oh, this is cool.
So it gives you all the stuff you need to learn how to play the game.
Very cool. And look at it. And it's got your cards on the front of them here as well. And what the keywords are, what the actions are. This is very cool. Was this on? This wasn't on the board when we played, was
yeah,
it?
It was. You didn't play on this board, but they did show this.
Okay. Very cool. Love that. And then now we get into
the actual cardstock board.
Cardstock.
So the deluxe board, if you will. So on one side you have the USNC,
so
and then the same thing.
That's our same board there, but here is the other side of that. And that is really cool. I like that you got some variety automatically. It looks
now,
cool.
in Wave 2, you can actually order this as a neoprene mat if you choose to do so.
Oh, you know we love a neoprene mat. So, okay. Now we get into our terrain. Do we want to undo this plastic? Would you like to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that while you're...
All right. Bill will open that up, and I'll start taking us into the next layers here. So I had to chuckle because when I looked at this at first, I was like, what is this empty space? I'm like, did we not get something? But they're smart, and they gave you the space for you to be able to put all of the cardboard terrain that you're going to be punching out. So I love that because sometimes you get to opening things up in your game, and once you have it together, you realize you have nowhere to put anything. So, all right, we have
scatter terrain.
And this looks pretty good.
You might want to move the box.
Yeah,
there you go.
Here we are. Have a look at what we got in here. Cool. A little bit of 3D terrain always makes everything look. Oh, that's blurry. Just the shadows.
Yeah, it's just shadows.
All right. So we'll do this. So here we go. Yeah. And then we've got little crates, for your loot and things that you'll find in there. So I love that. Let me see what I got in my second little bag.
So we've noticed that we're going to have to redo the lighting.
Yeah.
Because we thought we have good lighting for face on camera, but not for displaying minis and other stuff on the table. So we're going to have to redo. Hey, it's Dennis. Welcome, Dennis.
I'm not sure what this little guy is. I'm assuming this is for one of the specific scenarios.
What is it?
I'm not sure. Is that a head? A skull? It's so teeny. But here is some additional.
Yeah, it looks like a head.
Additional little scatter pieces there. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm going to have to read the book and see what that little guy's for.
Yeah, it's hard to see on the camera, but there's a little head.
And then here is our flags for capture the flag scenario. Right?
Yep.
So that's cool. And again, I like that they're 3D terrain. All right, but here is what we know folks want to see. Let me shift this tray over. Give us some room here. And now I just dumped stuff. That's great.
That's all right.
Okay. So, most notably, people probably realize we're missing some.
Here, before you go off to minis, why don't you show the terrain?
Okay. Oh, we got our terrain open there?
Yep.
Cool.
People are waiting.
I know. I'm hoping the dog didn't take off with something that just got dumped on the floor. All right. So we got a nice assortment of different buildings here. Give you some different color and shapes. Is that inside and outside, or are they meant for you to be able to do
Let me see. Flip the
different images?
Probably
because
setups.
they're
Yep.
totally decorated differently, so that's cool. Give you a little added variety. All of your tokens and markers that you'll need along the way as well. Weapons. So I'm assuming these are all the extra little goodies that you might find in those crates and things while you're exploring. And like I said, I love the fact that they've got a spot in the box for you to be able to store all of this because you don't have to leave it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. And you know me, I love to punch out stuff. So one of my favorite parts. All right. What would you like to, you want to talk about this or you want to talk about?
No, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So let's get into our tray of minis here as well as our game cards. So do we want to look at the cards first?
If you want to. Let me zoom in a little bit for you.
Okay. Well, we'll save him for last. How about?
Here, we'll move the tray out of the way.
There is a lot of cards in here. Okay, so bear with me here, guys. All right. So these take you through all your different Spartans, front and back, and they do give you an explanation of who they are and kind of what they have going on. All the different versions. Yeah, very cool. Oops, can you get in the shot there?
So here's the mini for that card.
Mm-hmm.
And now the minis are essentially the same red and blue.
Yeah.
So they're just colored plastic, and you can see one-piece minis.
Yeah.
We'll show them off a little bit better. But
yeah. Just so you can get an idea, like I said. Yeah. So they got their little backstory and kind of how they work on the back of each card. I think the artwork is really cool. There we go. Pretty awesome. I like that there's this many variants to what you play too, because though they can look a little similar, they do have different stats, different stories and abilities attached to them.
You're backwards.
Not sure.
Yeah, me neither. Oh, you know what? Go ahead. I gotta fix the camera. It's mirroring us.
Yeah.
There.
Has it been backwards for everybody the whole
pretty
time?
much.
Way to go. Way
Right?
to go. Oh, look at him. That was pretty sweet.
Sorry, guys. In our one monitor, it looks regular, and then on the broadcast monitor, I noticed it said backwards. So.
Yeah. So what do you think? Who's everybody's favorites is kind of what I want to know.
Master Chief.
And I have to, well, obviously. And I have to say, I think one of the things I thought was so awesome about this game is that truly, when I got to play it at the convention, I knew of Halo, but I didn't play the Xbox game or anything. Like I knew who Master Chief was, and that was basically it. But it totally appealed to me right out of the gates. Like I just thought the way it played was awesome. All right. Spartan Deadeye. The artwork really pops on these cards. Pretty cool. Several of those. Spartan Special Order. So obviously we've got some extra rules. Oh, look at that art. That's cool. Reinforcements incoming. And a nice little identifier for what all of those different tokens mean, which is great because if you store them all in a bag and you kind of dump them out when you go to play, you've got your little quick reference to get things going. But now for the one that everybody probably wants to talk about and see. The one, the only Master Chief.
So Master Chief is included in the Spartan edition. So when we opened the box,
Special Order,
and I couldn't help myself,
You had to.
Had to.
He was compelled.
So there he is, painted up. Hopefully,
He looks really good.
Get the focus here.
Focus to cooperate a little bit. A little soft, but
yeah, because it's trying to focus on
yeah,
multiple things. Right is left, left is right.
He looks great though.
There we go.
And again, one piece minis, love it. Right out of the box, didn't have to do anything to it. You were able to just get right painting with him.
Yeah,
so.
I did notice a couple mold lines on the inside of his legs after I started painting that I didn't notice before.
Yeah,
but it's a board game miniature per se, if you will. So
a really nice board game mini though.
But there he is.
I love it. He looks amazing.
Yeah, I wish the focus would. It's because I'm zoomed so far.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But yeah,
cool stuff.
There he is,
cool
Master Chief. Speaking of other miniatures,
yes.
They are.
Yeah, so here is in our tray. So again, like we said, we've got your red versus blue folks. But as we mentioned, look at what else you get. So this is, just kind of a hint of what's to come. And I have to say, at Adepticon, they were really sneaky because they weren't allowed to talk about this. They were only allowed to talk about the Spartans versus Spartans that were in there. But if you paid attention, and you went over and you looked in their case, that's where we saw these guys. And so all they could say is that, just look around, And that just tells you things have to happen in a sequence. When you're working with these licenses, you kind of, you're working together, but you're a bit at the mercy of what the license is going to let you do and the timeline that they're willing to let you go with. So yeah, obviously there is going to be more to come, and I think these guys look very cool, and people will be able to take their game to the next level. Yeah, so good stuff. What else we get in here? These are cool looking dice, actually.
Those are the, those symbols right there.
So this tells you what all those symbols are, and love that. So nice little extra. And then we've got all of your little equipment cards, it looks like. And so, yeah. So again, with all those tokens and things where we showed, you find potentially different weapons and things like that. So based on scenarios that you're playing, different crates and loot and things that you can find will obviously be different weapons that you'll be able to pick up along the way. But I like that. And again, like I said, nice and clear, and they explain to you what everything is on the back side of each one of these cards. What else you got there?
10-sided or 8-sided die.
Yep.
Traditional 8-sided die.
Nice.
That's it.
That's it. What do you think? I can't wait to play it again.
Right?
We're definitely going to film one of these so you guys can see the game being played. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to getting to play it again. Now we're going to have to fight over who gets to be Master Chief. He painted him, so I'm assuming that means he's going to get to be Master Chief.
Master Chief.
But what do you guys think? Are you excited about Halo Flashpoint? Like I said, for somebody who had never played Halo prior, I knew of Halo because our kids have played it for years. And then we did watch the show when the show was out for the short-lived time that it was. So now I feel like I know more about it than I did before, for sure. But I really enjoyed playing this game at Adepticon. So I think this is going to be a great one to have. And like I said, people that already know how to play miniatures games are going to have no problem getting up and going with this one. But this could really be that nice crossover to get somebody who maybe has never played a miniatures game over into the world. It is an easy mechanic to pick up. The Dead Zone rules were great in the game of Dead Zone, and they're absolutely fantastic applied to this one as well. So,
and you don't have to paint the minis if you really, if you're a board gamer more than a miniature gamer. They're colored. So you have the red army, the blue army, and the gray guys. So
You can
don't
tell
have
them
to,
apart right out of the gate. And
you don't have to paint them up to get the Master Chief.
But he looks pretty awesome, so I don't know why you wouldn't want to.
Right.
You just have to, if maybe you don't want to do it yourself, you have somebody else do it.
Yay. But yeah, no, the minis, like I said, they look pretty good as for One Piece minis. There are some edges that are soft, expected. But for the most part, they're really, clean, and you have no doubt who that is.
No, for sure.
There is no doubt who that is. So,
I like it. I can't wait to get playing.
So if you're looking for a sci-fi game that crosses miniatures over to board game, this may be the game for you. If you're a Halo fan, this may be the game for you. And they are going to continue to support it. It's not going to be a one and done thing. Like I said, Wave 2 is coming out now. And then in 2025, they're going to release quarterly, is what I was told.
And now these are accessible to purchase now, correct?
Yes.
Like you can go out, order them, and get this in your hand now. So, hey, Christmas is coming. So maybe this is, if it's not already on somebody's Christmas list, maybe this is the gift you've been looking for, right?
Exactamundo.
So, yeah. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below if you're going to give this a try. Bring Master Chief into your home. And, if this is something if you played Dead Zone before, if you've already had a chance to play this version, if you notice any differences, like I said, we haven't played it yet outside your demo game.
Right.
To notice any real differences. And, Mantic's doing a really good job with it. So we'll see where it goes from here. And remember to like, subscribe, and share this video and all our other videos. And once we hit 2,000, we're drawing for that $50 gift card.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we said, while you're waiting for us to film a new version of a playthrough with our set here, if you haven't already have a look at that Adepticon coverage, and you can get a feel for how the game plays right from the source.
Right from the source.
All right, guys. It's great hanging out with you today. Go get yourself some Halo and have fun gaming. Yeah.
And we'll see you next weekend for the regular podcast.
Yep.
And I believe Jim's got a couple videos coming up later this month as well. So for Dom, this is Bill. This is a first look at Halo Flashpoint. And we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.